Up next, a Kona coffee farm. I'll see what all the buzz is about.
See that nice red cherry?
Oh, yeah.
Those ones are gonna go right through.
And later, fresh pickings at the Hilo Farmers Market. On the west coast of Hawaii's Big Island, you'll find over 600 independent Kona coffee farms. Kona coffee's quality stands out as a labor of love. It's hand-picked and roasted in small batches. As exclusive as champagne is to a small area of France, Kona coffee is only produced in this part of the Big Island. Picking my way over volcanic rock yesterday has left me exhausted. Fortunately, I know the perfect local pick-me-up. Sitting above the Kona coast, the slopes of the dormant Hualalai volcano can see well over 150 inches of rain per year. Mix in plenty of sun-drenched mornings, and you have the perfect recipe for growing coffee. Mountain Thunder Coffee Plantation is the nation's largest organic coffee farm. The Bateman family owns and operates the place. They offer tours to show you what makes their coffee so special.
We have 30 acres of land, of which 10 are planted organic Kona coffee.
That sounds like a lot of ground to cover. I better put my picking basket on and get to work.
You're natural.
I'm ready to get some coffee. We're looking for ripe red coffee cherry on these trees. They typically ripen in stages between August and January, so a single tree can be harvested many times. And with only a few ripe berries on each tree, you have to work hard to fill a basket by hand. But I'm no slacker. Bryce needs to get the coffee cherry to the pulper within 24 hours of picking. And with a little help from Lucy and Florence, we're on our way to the pulper. From here, his brother Grayson takes over.
Let's get out of the rain, Cara. It's kind of wet out.
Sure is.
This is a really exciting part of the process, Cara. This is where the cherry comes down and it separates the bean out of the skin.
In this wash tub, unripe coffee cherry floats to the surface and is removed to keep the quality of Kona coffee as high as possible.
See that nice red cherry? Oh, yeah. Those ones are gonna go right through.
The good cherry sinks and is funneled out to the pulper, where the beans are squeezed out, washed, and taken to the next step. So these are piles of beans just roasting, chilling? What are they doing here?
Yeah, they're sun drying.
Oh, okay.
The sun puts the essence in the beans and makes it taste good.
Now, think back 100 years or so and imagine what the same process would be like. Surprisingly, not much has changed. Sure, the equipment was more rustic, but the labor was similar to today's methods. Japanese families were the primary Kona coffee farmers of the early 20th century. They leased their land and ran their farms as family operations. The Japanese work ethic, both simple and industrious, was the key to the success of Kona coffee. The hoshidana, or rolling roof drying rack, was an ingenious way to keep the rain off the drying beans.
All right, it's getting down to the wire here. I want you to throw this bag in the hopper.
Whole bag?
Yeah, the whole bag.
Okay.
All right, good job.
With that last sack, my heavy lifting is done for the day. I think we'll let the machines take over from here. In order to maintain consistency, the beans are first sorted by weight on the gravity table and then passed under a computerized optic scanner. This machine reads color and can reject the tiniest imperfections. All this to make sure every bean that goes to roast is perfect. Brooke is at the large drum roasters, which maintain an even heat to each bean during this process. Brooke is Mountain Thunder's resident roasting expert.
Before we had all this technology, people used to actually only roast by the crack of the bean. Now we have other things like a thermometer and color.
And the smell, as you can imagine, is incredible.
So actually right now I think we're there. Why don't you go ahead and drop it?
Pulling this?
Yep, pull it up. If you burned it, you wasted possibly $1,500 worth of coffee.
This is $1,500 worth of coffee?
Yes.
Wow.
Smooth.
I think you did a good job for your first roast.
Thanks, I'm kind of impressed myself.
Yeah, good job, Cara.
Well, thanks for having me at the plantation for the day.
You're welcome.
Cheers, you guys, to a good cup of coffee. Mountain Thunder Coffee Plantation offers free tours year-round, not to mention free coffee tasting as well. For a second jolt, head to the Kona Coffee Living History Farm to explore a preserved Japanese homestead from the 1920s.